Welcome back, mere mortalites, and a happy 2025, everyone out there. Now, I'm setting up this initiation uh, podcast conversation basically to inform people. I've got a new thing happening this year, which is I'm going to be trialing out a fitness podcast. It's not necessarily a podcast, it's going to be a separate thing to the mere mortals. It's going to be its own little thing attached to the existing Mere Mortals podcast. Look, why? I'm going to say three key things I'm going to be talking about why I'm going to be doing this. So we'll keep it nice and sharp and short so you can get into the meat and potatoes as we go throughout the year. But the reason why is, look, I enjoy fitness. I enjoy health. It's right at the very top in terms of that and family. It sort of sits at the highest values for me personally. It's something that I've talked about on the podcast for a hell of a long time. Going back and reviewing some of the really old content back 5 years ago, there was a lot of chatter that we talked about in fitness, in flexibility, mobility, health, stability, training, strength, running, all these variety of things. I've personally been doing it now for over 15 years as well. I have a real passion for it. I enjoy it. I'm obviously chatting about it already in the podcast. I thought I've tried a few things in the past around the mere mortals in motion. I've documented some of my training, some of my attempts at running and going for different things. I went, you know what? This year, I want to try and dedicate some more time to it. I want to be more specific. I want to be more forceful. I want to be more targeted, because a lot of the things that I'm probably going to be talking about are going to be things that people out there care about, especially if you're listening to the mere mortals. If you've tuned into us, it's probably some part of fitness or health and fitness that you like. Cool. That's why I'm going to try and talk about those things. At least I find a lot of passion on it. And so equally, maybe there's some value in individuals who are going to find that as well, for you out there. Be immortalized. Number two, why do I want to actually do this? So there was something that was playing in my mind. I am based in Brisbane, and we are in 2025 at the moment. The Olympic Games, Brisbane Olympic Games, are in 2032. So that's still a good 7 years away. Now, part of it, I've been toying with this idea with people that I talk to, friends, Karen, obviously on the podcast, in that my initial idea was, it would be really fun to have conversations, interviews around fitness, around health, more specifically with those individuals, as apart from the more broad stuff that we talked about in the mere mortals, be really specific around that. But two, in the subsection, it would be kind of fun to interview or try to converse with people who are aiming towards the 2032 Olympics here in Brisbane. Being in my hometown, at least where I've been living for the most part of the last few years, it's is there going to be some local talent, so local individuals maybe here in Brisbane or in Australia that are aiming for that, and it would be cool to talk and chat to. So, I mean, this is where probably I'm reaching out to the mere mortalites out there listening to this. If you know of someone, a young individual, youth, someone who's targeting the particular Olympics for 2032, who would like to have a conversation, a bit of an interview conversation with the mere mortals, man, send them my way. But broadly, I think the second aspect is, I just want to have those conversations, more targeted conversations around fitness, health, around supplementation, nutrition. There's a lot of things that are bottled in that, and I just feel that it gets lost sometimes in the mere mortals because we'll talk about it once a month, maybe twice a month, maybe it'll appear in our monthly goals. I want it just to be a more consecutive thing that I release, and more targeted thing that I get released. And third, right, is that when you know something really, really well, for me, fitness and health, somewhat supplements, something I'll probably reveal here for those at home who don't know. I used to work at a supplement shop called the Supplement Den, and that was in 2013, 2012, 2013, 2014, around those years, right? Long time ago. And even through that, and a lot of learnings and things that I grew, absorbed through that time, I've lost some of it, but I've had a real passion to understand it and learn about it, in the science and chemistry and the force and the type 2 fibers and the muscle fibers. And by no means am I someone like an Andy Galpin or another professor out there talking about details. No, I probably want to talk about more practical things, but I'm able to do them really, one, intuitively, two, easy, when things that you find real passionate about and you're spending lots of time into. Again, I'm circa probably training 8 hours, 9 hours a week. And I enjoy it. I do it because it's a passion of mine. I like doing it. I've talked about it, in terms of my value priority. So it's easy. It's easy for me to put these things together. And it's, of course, if you have thoughts, ideas, maybe suggestions on what you want to talk about, you want to jump on and talk about something with me as well around these conversations with fitness and health, tell me. It will help. But look, in short, that's what I want to be doing with this side quest. Let's just say this particular year, more focus on the fitness. Whether you want to call it the fitness podcast, I'll think about what the name of this should probably be, but it'll just be a forcing function for me to actually be able to create more content on the things that I'm passionate about. And perhaps mere mortalites out there, there'll be some other people who go, oh yeah, I'll take that on. But now, mere mortalites, get ready for what's to come. Thank you very much. Be well wherever you are. One out.